I took a big hard dump and it evolved into you. It's just a big old piece of poop. And why the fuck can't I turn up the fucking volume? Hello? You fucking bastard. Turn up the volume, you fucker. Fine, I'll do it that way, you faggot. Fucking ass tablet piece of shit. Anyway, speaking of evolution, you're pissing me off with this shit. Because you're not hearing what I'm saying. Because my point is simple. If you believe in evolution, and it's a thing, and now when I say a thing, I mean it's woven into the fabric of reality. Okay, if that's what you believe, then you cannot then tell me, and yes, I'm comparing evolution to abortion, because you then cannot say that the tenets of evolution across the board, I'm talking Darwin bullshit, I'm talking Galapagos Islands, 13 ferret birds, whatever the fuck they were, I'm talking survival to fittest, the whole nine. Passing on the DNA, the whole nine. I'm talking every part of it. If that is your altar that you go to worship, then guess what? You can't then tell me, well, what about the life of the mother? Because evolution don't give two fucks about the mother. What I'm making the distinction here is that you can't say it's one and then say it's the other. You can't say, well, it's evolution, and say, oh, but we should save the life of the mother. No, I'm sorry, you can't have it both ways. You legitimately cannot have it both ways. You can't. You can try, you can make excuses, but the fact is, you either, well, it's like shit, like the Bible says, you either serve, choose you this day who you're going to serve. Are you going to believe in evolution 100%? As in there's no, because, I mean, think about this. Now, I'm essentially saying that life happens. Shit happens. Now, should we try to prevent said shit? We're basically bucking the system. We're going against the trend, which I guess is what we do anyway. So I'm not necessarily saying it's wrong, per se, to save the life of the mother. I'm not saying that at all. But what I'm saying is, if you're going to look at it from that point of view, then you need to understand that you're going against what you believe in. And I don't think a lot of people acknowledge that fact. Because evolution states survival of the fittest. And if a woman is not fit to survive a childbearing process, then she dies. She dies. And I'm saying that it goes against evolution to put the life of the mother, who's had a relatively full life. Now, it may not have been a long life, but she's had her life. She's done her part. She's passed on the DNA to the next generation. So we should be trying to save the child, the unborn child, than trying to save the mother. Again, if we're going just by evolution as a standard, that's what I'm saying. And I think you can see the problem is you're like, well, that doesn't make any sense. That's illogical. No, it's absolutely perfectly logical. Because if evolution is your foundation of everything evolved and blah blah blah, one-celled organism into the human being and blah blah blah, and missing links and all that shit, you put all that together, you cannot then tell me life of the mother is more important than life of the unborn child. You cannot. It goes against evolution, or the principle of evolution. Now, if you want to say, well, I'm going to buck that trend, and we're going to try to, keep life going as long as we can, which is something we've all been doing. We all don't want to die. Nobody wants to fucking die. It's what pharmaceuticals are. Shit like that. But to sit there and pretend that you're going to make two valid arguments that, yeah, well, I believe in evolution because there's no God, but then I'm going to believe in a God-centric idea of save the mother, all the while then turning it around and saying, well, we're going to save the mother by killing the unborn child because the unborn child doesn't matter. That to me is stupid. That's the illogical part to me. Because you're essentially saying there's emotion there. Because you're saying, okay, I can see the mother, I can't see the unborn child, so we have to save the mother because the mother's more important because she's viable because we see her. And I'm saying evolution don't give a fuck about either one of them. Now, evolution would side with the unborn child because the unborn child has the next generation of DNA in itself. So when that child grows and passes it on to another child, then that unborn baby, that's when that can die. That's what evolution is all about. You're telling me you don't understand evolution. I understand evolution perfectly. Now, I may not be explaining it properly or explaining it 100% coherently, but I definitely understand it. You cannot tell me that, I mean, again, it'd be like, okay, gravity's the thing. So, and I use this example when I was typing to you. So if I jumped off the bed, hit my head on the floor and died because I'm rolling around on the fucking floor, whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? I mean, seriously. No, I believe people have a right to make their own decision. If people want to do the abortion thing, fine. It's up to them. It's between them and God, as far as I'm concerned. So I'm not railing against abortion. Although I am against late-term abortion on every stretch. You can't tell me otherwise. You can't. I mean, especially when you realize what they do when they cut it apart, and that's fucked up, dude. I'm sorry, that's fucked up. Now, if a woman gets knocked up and it's like a week later, fine, I don't have a problem with an abortion a week later. Now, I would argue that yes, life does begin at conception, and it is slightly kind of considered murder. Okay, I could maybe say that, but when it starts having a heartbeat, it has a face, it has eyes, and it's moving, and it's like almost, I want to use the word independent, even though it's inside, and it depends on the mother. When it has like independent movement, and you want to kill that is a problem. It is. It's a legitimate fucking problem. You can't deny that it's at least a problem. Now, whether we give a fuck about it, that's a whole other story. But what I was saying, and what you don't seem to want to understand, is that there's a difference between what the set law is versus what we wish is the possible norm. Now, again, evolution or life or general or whatever, karma, whatever you want to call it, basically says you're going to live and you're going to die. And we want to prevent that. So I can understand the concept of, yes, let's defend the life of the mother, because nobody wants to die. I get that. That's not what I'm talking about. You're like, oh, you're making assumptions and trying to compare the two. You damn right I'm trying to compare the two. Absolutely. Because if we were left up to our norms, then guess what? What may come, may come. Okay? So this idea, we gotta save the life of the mother, so we gotta abort the baby. No, that's not how it works. That's not how evolution works. Evolution basically is, again, survival of the fittest. Now, I would argue, maybe this is my own personal thing, that you don't technically have to be fit to survive. I know you could be smart and survive. Like, you could have a fat guy who's, I know, think about it. You see all these stupid shows like Lost or whatever, and he's all these stupid little, they throw people out in the fucking island somewhere. What happens? You got the fat guy who goes searching for food, while the hot bitch and the hot dude, they run off and fuck, and then finally the bitch gets hungry, leaves the hot guy, and goes finds the fat guy and eats his food. Now think about that. See, that kind of stuff irritates the fuck out of me, I tell you. I'm like, bitch, no, you ain't fucking me. You ain't getting my food. Fuck you. Okay? Food for a fuck is basically what I'm saying. You literally got cum dripping off your tits for that fucker, and all of a sudden you want something else, you come to me. Fuck you, bitch. Find your own food. Spear your own fish, you whore. I mean, seriously. I ain't got time for that shit. I mean, seriously. That's evolution right there. That's survival of the fittest. You're fucking and you're hungry, and now I got the food. So who's more fit? You got to make the priorities. That's another problem. Now you want to use the term priority. What should take priority? The unborn child that has the new fresh DNA, or the old mother? Now she may only be 15, 16. She may be 20, 30, 40. It doesn't matter. Who takes precedent? Evolution would say the unborn child, because the unborn child has potential. This bitch is all washed up. So again, and make no mistake, I'm not saying I believe that. I believe against that. But I'm saying if you're going to tell me that evolution is the thing, and that it's the most important thing, and it's the end all be all of the universe, then you're essentially saying that you're going against all of that. So you either see, that's the thing. It's like you can believe in it, but you don't agree with it. And I'm telling you, people do not make that distinction. People do not consider that as a thing. They don't. You have all these scientists and shit. They're like, and they don't take that into account. You are essentially bucking the trend. You're bucking the system by saying life of the mother. You are. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I agree with it. I think if the unborn child could be saved and the mother can be saved and we can find a compromise, take the baby out and put it in a bucket somewhere and grow it in a fucking lab. Finish it off there. Make an artificial womb or something. Whatever. But you're completely missing my point, and that's what bugs me. You're trying to make assumptions about something that you think I said or didn't say, and you're full of shit. You're like, that's illogical. No, it's perfectly logical. And what's great about it is you can't tell me otherwise. You can't tell me otherwise. And deep down inside, you do know I've got a point. It may not be a point worth talking about. I mean, I made an 11-minute video, almost 12-minute video. The point that I'm making may not even be relevant to the point of it matters. Because this point doesn't matter. It'd be like me saying that Sunday starts with an S. Who the fuck cares? It means nothing. But I'm going to defend that to my dying breath. Okay, 12 minutes later, I'm defending it with my dying fuck breath. And I'm probably going to die here in a minute anyway. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that if you're going to believe in something and then say something else, that is kind of hypocritical, actually. That's very hypocritical. Especially when you're not considering the fact. Now, I have no problem with, okay, if evolution's a thing, and I'm not saying it is or it isn't. If it is, we'll go from that starting point. If it is, and it has a certain set of values that life dictates around or to or through, whatever, and you want to buck that trend and be like, oh, let's try to save everybody, or let's try to, save the life of the mother. Okay, that's fine. But you're not doing that. Or not you personally, but most people aren't doing that. They think evolution's one thing, abortion's another. And they don't see the hypocrisy in the middle. I'm pointing out the hypocrisy of it. That's what I'm doing. I am pointing out the hypocrisy of the fact that, again, life of the mother means nothing in evolution. Evolution doesn't give a fuck about her. Doesn't even give a fuck about the kid. But evolution itself, as a collective thing, would side with the unborn child. Why? Because it has the new fresh DNA. And it has a better chance to propagate, and there's a key word, propagate the bullshit. Where the mother, now if she's in the middle of labor and she could be dead, then guess what? She's not fit to survive. Okay, she is not fit to survive. Because the point, again, from an evolutionary point of view, is to literally be fruitful and multiply. Just keep popping the little fuckers out. Well, if you can't pop the fucker out, or if you're a lesbian and don't want to pop the fuckers out, then you are not fit to survive. It's that simple. Same thing with gays. Gays and evolution, they don't mix. I know that's going to set you off, but it's true. You can't dump your cum in a guy's asshole and wonder why seriously, if the entire world was homo, then guess what? We would eventually die off. There'd be no humans left. We'd all be fucking each other in the ass. It's a fact. Look it up. I didn't make it up. And that's not even evolution. That's just basic reality. So, yeah, you might fuck recreational in the ass, but you're not doing it as a living. That's actually pretty funny. When you think about what I just said, that's actually pretty funny. You're fucking an ass for recreation, but you're not doing it for a living. Dude, that should be on a t-shirt somewhere. That should be on a fucking t-shirt somewhere. And you know that. You know that's a fact. But seriously, it's the same damn thing. It's the same damn thing. Evolution state, guess what? You need to pass on that DNA. And if you're passing it on to some guy's butthole, it ain't going anywhere. So guess what? Guess who's not fit to survive? Gays. Women who can't bear children. Now again, I'm not saying I believe that. I believe in Jesus Christ. I believe Jesus loved us first before we loved him. You know, that's what I believe. I believe he loves us where we are. And I'm sick and tired of this. I'm going to get into something you enjoy. I'm sick and tired of Christians bashing people over the fucking head with shit, with the Bible. I'm sick and tired of looking at gay people and like, oh, you've got to change before you can get saved. Dude, that's not how it works. That is not how it works. First off, Jesus ate with sinners. He didn't eat with the righteous leadership, the religious leadership of the day. He ate with the tax collector. He ate with the sinner. He ate with whatever. Child molesting atheists, whatever. He ate with them all. like that fucking Bible song goes. What is it? Jesus is a friend of sinners, or whatever the fuck it is. Whatever that song is. It's true. I'd much rather know that guy than fucking Jim Baker or some other asshole who wants to bash a homosexual over the fucking head with the Bible. Now, I don't agree with what they're doing. I personally find it disgusting. The idea is me saddling up next to another man's hairy ass does not compute with me. Okay? It doesn't compute with me. Now, I'm not going to be one of these things, well, the gays are bringing on Armageddon and, you know, we got the storms because of the gays. Dude, I'm sorry. Now, yeah, the Bible does say that Sodom and Gomorrah was completely eradicated because they were fucking each other in the ass, but whatever. I'm not going to get into that. I mean, there's a difference. There's a difference there. But, again, you got all these fucking Christians who want people to change before they get saved. And that's not what it's about. That is not what it's about. They then want to turn around and say, oh, Donald Trump's of God, and yeah, he may not be perfect, but God uses flawed men. Except he doesn't use the homosexual? I mean, really? Really? I got a problem with that. No, I don't condone what they do. I don't think God likes what they do. God says, I don't like it. Not good for man to lay with another man. It's abomination. It's disgusting. Perverted. Sexual perversion. It's all that stuff. But he's not going to say, I don't love you anymore because you're fucking gay. I mean, it's called unconditional love, asshole. You know? God loved the sinner where the sinner's at. He didn't love the sinner because the sinner got right and was like, oh, here I am, God. I'm back. No, it's not how any of that works. It's not how any of that works. So yeah, I'm a little tired of born-again Christians trying to bash people over the head because their sin seems to be worse than the person in question's sin is. And it's like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? My sin's no better than yours. Yours is no better than mine. You want to go suck a dick? Fine. No better than me saying fuck. I mean, Jesus said if you lust after a woman in your mind, you basically fucked her, which I think is bullshit because I'd much rather fuck her than think about it. But that's neither here nor there. I'm like getting double fucked on that one. I'm getting screwed over twice because it's like I'm thinking about it, being accused as if I had actually done it, and then I didn't actually get to do it. Fuck me, right? Whatever. But I don't know. Well, whatever. I don't know. Because, and again, I understand from the Christian point of view not to be unequally yoked and blah, 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 blah. I get that. But again, that's more of an intimacy thing than it is, at least I think it. I could be wrong. it's more of an intimacy thing where it's like you're not supposed to like really fellowship, like, oh, let's be lovers, you know, with somebody who's not of the same ilk, you know, as opposed to God loves you, yeah, blah blah blah, you know, whatever. You know, like you take something like Shepard Smith. Now he's fucking fag. I don't have a problem with that. As long as he ain't trying to suck my dick, I don't give a fuck. Although if I close my eyes, I probably enjoy that shit. But neither here nor there. You know. Hey, you be real about this shit. You know, somebody sucking your dick, it doesn't matter. As long as you ain't looking at that shit, as long as you ain't thinking, oh, I like a guy sucking it. Who gives a fuck? Somebody's sucking it. It doesn't really matter who's doing it. You know. Because again, you're pretending in your mind you're doing it in real life, so you know, just because, you know, whatever. It's like you wake up one morning and the cat's licking your penis and you don't push it away. Is it really so bad? Is it really such a bad thing? You know, I mean, it's just, you know, as long as you ain't lusting after the cat, you know, hey, you pet the little cat and give him a treat and say thanks for helping out. You know, that's basically what we're talking about here. I mean, you know, oh shit, dude, you want to talk about fucking animal perversions? I swear to God, the fucking dog rimmed my asshole. He rimmed my asshole once, and it was innocent. It literally was the most innocent thing imaginable. He was laying at my side, and I was laying on my side with my back to him. And like sometimes he'll lick my leg or something, or just kind of, you know, blah blah blah. Well, apparently my shorts are kind of ruffled up around the back, and the crackle was showing. And he's just laying there. He wasn't like rooting in there or nothing. It was just kind of like, oh, and it's just all of a sudden I wake up and I feel the dog's tongue like in the crackle region. Now I don't think he like inserted, but it was just, you know, not. Again, it wasn't even like, oh, let me get up in there and root up in there and like, oh, it's like a bag of garbage. Let's get up in there. No, he was half asleep, just kind of like, you know, looking at my leg. It was just happening. My leg happened to be the crack of my ass. You know, and again, it wasn't like a perverted thing. It wasn't like, oh, you know, it was nothing like that. You know, but it happened, and it was like, holy shit. Not that I push him away, maybe not, but I'm just kidding. I mean, it was one of those things, because he was under the blanket, and he couldn't see, because the blanket was around his head. It just happened to be, he was up, he literally pressed right up against me, and it's like, oh, there's, you know, salty skin, and it turned out to be butt cheek, you know. And he was up in there deep too. Again, I don't think there was like an actual insertion, but like, you know, he made it pucker is what I'm saying, and he was up there close, but I don't know, man. Whatever. I don't know why I'm talking about that. See, again, right there, sexual perversion. You know, God loves me right where I am, so, you know, hey, my sin's not any better or worse than anybody else's, so, you know, unless I blaspheme the Holy Spirit or something, but, see, that's the thing. I've never blasphemed the Holy Spirit. I may have been pissy with, like, God the Father, like, you know, what the fuck? This is bullshit kind of an attitude. And I certainly don't have issue with Jesus. I certainly don't have issue with the Holy Spirit. Now, I don't know if that's okay. Like if I'm going to hell because I was like, you know, stop being a bastard kind of a deal. I don't know if that is co-equal to like trashing the Spirit. Like I don't deny the Holy Spirit. I don't deny it. Like there's these YouTube videos where people are, I deny the Holy Spirit. Okay, whatever. It's like this YouTube challenge where it's like, I deny the Holy Spirit. Okay, fine. Do what you got to do to feel good about yourself, okay? Now, it's kind of hard to say that you deny something that you don't even know. And I say that as somebody who believes in it. I don't even know it. So, you know, how does somebody who doesn't believe in it know it? I don't know how that works, but Anyways, like I said, I don't give a damn about one way or the other. I don't care about the homosexuals. I don't care about abortion. I don't care about the evolution. I'm just saying, if you're gonna be at the altar of one thing, then you got to be at that thing all the way. It's like, I believe in God, but I'm gonna fight against Bible teaching in the school. That's essentially what you're saying. That how can you say I'm for God, but I'm against Bible being taught to kids in school or otherwise? Because actually, it's not a good example, because you could make the argument that separation of church and state, okay, whatever. But I'm trying to find an example. But it's like, I'm for something, but when that something engages in what it does, I'm against that. So if evolution is what it is, and it engages in something and says, okay, you are unfit to propagate children, and said childbirth is going to lead into your death, and then I'm going to be against that. That's basically all I'm saying. Is how can you be against something that you're for? There's hypocrisy there. Which maybe says that there's something wrong with the original thought on some level. Because obviously, if you're going against that, then obviously you're not on board with it 150%. Because if you're on board with it 150%, you should just let the shit play out. If the mother dies, fuck the bitch. Okay, but yet we're going to be all, what about this and what about that? Like, what about somebody who is raped and incest? And evolution says it don't matter. The circumstances led to this moment. It doesn't matter. You move forward. Time marches on, so to speak. Now, I've got a problem with that, but you cannot tell me that it's okay for something to be what it is, and then say, well, I don't like it doing what it's doing. It's like, I love homosexuals, I just don't like them having sex. Okay, then you don't really like homosexuals. Now, I don't like the idea of them having sex. I don't want to think about that shit. I don't want to be a part of that shit. I don't want to do it and engage it myself. As long as they keep that shit in the bedroom, I don't give a fuck. Because the problem is they don't keep that shit in the bedroom. Because it's like, they constantly got to put on the hot pants and do the marches and all this other bullshit. And I don't want to think about ugly ass people fucking. I just don't. I don't want to think about two burly guys fucking. I don't want to see two dykey women fucking. I don't want to see. Now, you're cute, new by a woman. Okay, fine. There's some hot lesbians, but it is what it is. But my personal belief is, hey, you do what the fuck you got to do to feel good about yourself. Just leave me the fuck out of it. That's my opinion. That's how I go with it. But yeah, you cannot tell me that, again, if something, like, okay, I believe in God, I love God, and God's going to come and destroy the universe. Why do I want God destroying the universe? Well, then you don't love God. You don't love the whole package. It's like sometimes you have to have, sometimes the good, you got to take the good with the bad. And what people want to do is they want to take the bad and try to turn into good. And now think about it. Two wrongs don't make a right. Evolution is like, fuck you, I don't care about the mother. We're like, oh, we should care about the mother, and then we're going to save the mother by killing the unborn child. Which, it almost goes full circle. It's like, evolution is a natural process, but we have to stop said natural process and then do almost, actually it'd be the reverse of what evolution would normally do. Because again, evolution would side with the child. So we're taking the law into our own hands when we do that shit. And I'm sorry that you don't see the connection there, but I see the connection there, and it's annoying. I find that extremely annoying, because you got to understand that the people who want to talk about it, they're obnoxious fucktwats is what they are. They don't want to acknowledge God, so okay, there has to be evolution. Okay, fine. I say you could have evolution and God. There's multiple scientific ways, theoretical scientific ways you could have evolution and God at the same time, in the same sentence, in the same concept. You could. You really could. Now, some of them are science fiction-y, like the time dilation thing I was referring to, or, whatever. But if there's a multiverse, you could easily have 6 days of creation that took millions and billions of years. You could have that. Each universe was let's say each fucking universe was 65 million years. And then a new bubble pops, a new day popped. That's not far-fetched. Especially if you believe in a multiverse. So, because essentially what it would do is it would copy what was there and then add something new to it. So, for example, the original universe would be dark. The new universe would be God came and hovered over the deep. That's 2 separate universes. Now, who the fuck knows how long he hovered over the deep? He could have been there 65 million years just doing that shit. I don't know. So, when again, if we're talking multiverse here, when the first universe split, however long the darkness had been there, it then copied itself and added a new element. The new element was God came into the picture. Because despite what a lot of people want to say, if there's a multiverse where there's multiple unlimited options, and one of those options has to be God didn't exist, or God isn't there. Now, God technically is outside of the framework of the universe, or the program of the universe, or however you want to look at it. So he is literally the Alpha and Omega. He's the bookends of the reality. So you could have a reality where God isn't technically in there, but he's interwoven into everything else. So whatever. So even if God isn't technically physically there, he's still there, if that makes sense. He's just not like physically there. Whatever. But you could have a universe like the original dark universe where there's nothing, just darkness. And that's your universe where God didn't exist. Now, who knows how long that darkness was there? It could have been there 65 million years. 100 gazillion billion fucking years. Could have been there 10 seconds. Who the fuck knows? And then God comes, alternate universe, copied, paste, something added to it. And then God starts doing all this shit, thus creating alternate universes in the multiverse. Because every action that he took. Now imagine if he gave us 6 fingers instead of 5 fingers. What if he gave us 152 toes? I mean, who the fuck knows? Which could explain why there's lots of variance in evolutionary DNA and dinosaurs and shit, and why they have, this one's got 15 horns and this has got a bone plate on its dick, and I mean, you could explain all that stuff with a multiverse, because think about it. What if he was experimenting with DNA? Well, whether he was a Anunnaki motherfucker, some lizard prick, or, Sumerian on planet X somewhere. Of course, now it's planet 9. Fuck you. Pluto's still a planet. Fuck you. No, it's not. No, fuck you. It's a planet. It's always been a planet. Always going to be a planet. Fuck you. No. Bullshit. The universe I come from, it's a goddamn planet. So fuck you. Fuck you and your bullshit thinking. Oh, they're stupid, it's ignorant, it's not a planetoid, it's blah, blah, blah. I don't care what it is. I'm calling it a goddamn planet. It's planet fucking 9, fuck you. And there's a bigger one out there to keep it, because there has to be something else out there to keep Pluto in its orbit. It's a fact. So there has to be another planet out there, or something out there that keeps it where it is. It has to. It's called Planet 10, Nibiru, motherfucker. That's what it's called. That's it. Oh, it's Planet 9 now. Give me a break. I mean, actually, technically, Jupiter's not really a planet per se. I mean, it is, but it isn't, but it is, but it isn't. I mean, shit, Pluto's more of a planet than Jupiter. I mean, give me a break. I mean, we could almost probably engage that fucker into a sun. if we wanted to. I don't know about all that, but like some people were speculating on that, like, oh, we could turn it into a second sun and blah blah blah. I don't know. Like if you could ignite that motherfucker, I don't know. I don't know how that would work. I mean, it's so far away, I don't think it would really make a difference. Although, to be fair, it probably would expand to some degree. I don't know to what extent. Maybe it could. Because right now it's like a compact piece of shit. You ignite it, it could, I don't know. Again, that's not my theory, that's other people. But can you imagine that? You got two suns and shit? Now, granted, it'd be small and it wouldn't be viable, but it is what it is. So, yeah, I don't know. But, I don't know, when it comes to all this stuff, there's a lot of fucking bullshit. Just a lot of bullshit. I mean, whether it's a fake moon, whether it's this, that, or the other, it's just, there's so many conspiracy theories out there. And sometimes conspiracy theories are actually proven right. I mean, what if the moon is just a hologram for something else? Or what if it is a hollow moon? I don't know. What does that mean? It means there's something else out there saying, fuck you. We don't want you to know about it. No. I mean, think about that. Because the only real proof that we are not a flat Earth is the moon. The way that, the ellipses and the eclipses work. And the Earth in front of the sun and the moon and stars and fucking all that shit. That's really the only proof that we have that we're a sphere and not that we have NASA. The problem is there's no real fucking pictures of Earth from space. There are none. Yes, there are. Yes, there are. No, there's some from high orbit. But as far as like way out there, you look at 90% of that shit. Go Google pictures of it right now. It's all fake. Every one of those pictures are practically damn fake. CGI bullshit. I mean, how many real pictures are there? There's not that many. You think NASA... And again, that pisses me off. You got NASA, and every time they would send a rocket up there or send a shuttle up there, they'd always put the fucking camera at the dumbest fucking possible angle, shooting straight down. Now, I'd have cameras all around that motherfucker. I mean... I don't know, man. That thing would be like in a 360 panoramic bullshit, okay? We're talking up, down, side, all around. I want to see everything that's out there. I want to just look. Now, it might just be a black thing. Maybe a hint of a couple stars here or there. Fine, I don't give a fuck. But they don't show none of that. At least not to the public. What are they hiding? They've got to be hiding something. I'm sorry, you don't put a $50 billion rocket together, or whatever the hell it is, and put a fucking cheap-ass disposable camera on there and shoot it straight down into the ground so you see, like, maybe a sliver of black with a little bit of the Earth, and then the rest of it's just the shuttle parts. I mean, give me a break. Give me a break. What are you fucking hiding? What's out there you don't want us to see? And the fact they do it only lends credibility to the fact they're fucking lying to us. Now, I'm sorry. Listen, I'm sorry that I'm jaded, that I don't trust everybody, but it's hard to trust somebody when, they keep shit from you. You know damn well there are documents of NASA keeping secrets from people. It's a government program. They keep secrets. They do. They always have. What are they keeping secret? I mean, I can see if they're like the CIA, FBI, if that, and the other, and a whole bunch of, 3-letter organizations. Okay, I can see somebody like Snowden, like, oh, he gave it all this information, and it might cause somebody to go get killed because they were compromised. This is NASA. Who the fuck's compromised? Neil Armstrong? Buzz Aldrin? Well, they compromised? How are they compromised? Why would they be compromised if we know where the fuck they live and people want to throw dog shit on their front lawn? And burning bags of poop on their doorstep. That's the only way they're compromised. We're not compromised by saying, oh, yeah, we went out in space and we found something. God damn, what's the phone? Who's on the phone? What? Shay Needles, New York. Fuck you. Fuck you, automated bullshit. Fuck you, I said. Answer the damn phone. Shank Balls, New York. Whatever the fuck that place was called. Anyways, what do they got to hide? What does NASA have to fucking hide? And they do. You got shitty camera angles. You got all this bullshit. What are they hiding? What the fuck are they hiding? They are clearly hiding something. So, and that's not even a conspiracy theory. You look at just the basic shit. They're literally hiding stuff. And no, I'm sorry. The whole point is, we're supposed to explore and understand and learn. We ain't learning nothing. What are we learning? Why don't we go back to the moon? Why aren't we going back to the moon? Oh, we went to the moon and, yeah, that's great. Dude, that whole thing is fishy as fuck to me. I'm sorry. And yeah, I'm putting on the tinfoil hat here. Because, again, the Apollo 11 mission, again, look that shit up on YouTube. They act like their fucking dog had died. The whole group, they come back, and it's like, oh, yeah, we went up there in a shuttle, it deployed, and yeah, the rear thrusters didn't work at first, and we had to reroute power to the main thrusters, and then the full-ton torpedoes, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You're putting me to sleep, asshole. You're putting me to fucking sleep. You just went to the fucking moon and you're putting me to sleep, you asshole. Counting sheep over the fucking moon. I should be counting sheep over Buzz Aldrin's ass. Fucking stupid. Fucking stupid. You're fucking fake. You're liars. Oh, have you seen this thing? And this is not me. That, speaking of lies and bullshit, that the Challenger people that were on the Challenger explosion are still alive. There's actual people that are those people. Okay, one of them, quote unquote, has a twin brother. Like, they didn't even try to hide it. Another woman, and they show like pictures of like the crew, and they got their little helmets and they're smiling and taking their little photo, and hey, and they show these people today, and it's like, what the fuck? Now, I don't know if this is what this is, but what if that shit was staged somehow? Because if you think about it, we miraculously made it to the moon. We couldn't even get the rocket off the fucking ground, yet we miraculously made it to the moon and beat the Russians, who could only get in the outer atmosphere area. Yet we magically, square peg round hole Apollo 13 bullshit, somehow magically in the 1960s had this tanker truck fucker and sent that thing into space, which, I'm sorry, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I don't even know if I would trust technology of today to get us into space, much less fucking 69 and 70 and bullshit like that seriously, the idea that my toaster today has more memory than that whole space shuttle program combined had. They were working on like 4 KB of information. Or whatever the fuck it is. I'm being sarcastic. You understand that? I have memory cards from my 3DS that are bigger than the entire space shuttle program combined. And I'm talking on the ground. I'm talking like, Houston, we got a problem, bitch. I have a mini micro SD card that has way more memory than all those computers back in the day had. You understand it? Well, maybe not exactly, but I'm being sarcastic. But you get my point. You get my damn point. These are like supercomputers of the day. And they blink lights, and they sent people into space. And you're telling me we made it to the moon and back with no problems, except for Apollo 13 and, of course, the Challenger and whatever else. You know, because if you think about it, the Challenger explosion happened, 86, and we didn't go to the moon ever again. Well, for a while anyway. We didn't go into space for a while. Now think about it. What if it was a whole fucking hoax? What the goddamn thing? I'm talking false flag. I'm talking Alex Jones. I'm talking tinfoil hat here. What if? What if? What if they can't get into space? What if there is a fucking dome around the piece of shit and we can't get the fuck out there? Now think about that. I'm not saying necessarily flat Earth per se, but we can't get out of the dome. We can't get out of Earth, you know. We can get in the outer perimeter, but we can't go forward. Because it's kind of weird if there's a vacuum of space, how do you really get propulsion working? Because that in and of itself is kind of tricky. And the fact that they did it in the 70s, early 70s, and into the 80s, are you really? Really? We can barely get cars to propel ourselves down the road. Okay. I mean, Jesus. I don't know, man. To me, the whole thing is fishy as fuck. And again, if you're discovering shit, then why don't you share this shit? Why don't you share the shit? The problem is nobody picks up on any of it. Nobody cares. People don't care about NASA. They don't. NASA could say, hey, we found a little green men on Mars. And be like, hey! Everybody would post it on Facebook for a day, and then it'd be gone the next day. Dude. You realize that, right? That's the world we live in. I mean, it literally is the world we live in. Nobody would say shit about it the next day. Literally the next day. Literally within 15 hours, it would stop trending on Facebook and Twitter. 15 hours. We found little green men on Mars and no more trending. Actually, that would probably go you'd probably get a couple days out. Maybe a good day and a half. Maybe 3 days at the most. 2.5, 3 days. And then it would slowly start to trend off because Trump did something stupid. Or, you know, the Kardashians did something stupid again. Or Jenner did something and he sucked a dick and wore a dress today. He's like, oh, ooh, Caitlyn Jenner put on a new dress. Ooh, stop the fucking presses. A dude in a fucking dress outweighs little green men on Mars. Are you fucking kidding me with that shit? No, I'm sorry. I don't want to... Dude, if you're going to spend all that money to fucking have a sex change operation, you got to at least do something about the voice. Like, I'm Mr. Jenner. It's about what's on the inside. It's about what's on the inside. I mean, dude. And he's got that weird... He's got this weird voice, and it's like... Ugh. It's just... Ugh. Now admit, facially, I think he looks better as a woman than he did a man, as fucked up as that is. But I don't want to see some slaggy old dude in a dress, dude. I'm sorry. Call me whatever you want to call me. Mean-spirited, bigoted, bully, homophobic, whatever. I don't want to see a fucking dude in a dress, an old man in a fucking dress. Okay. No, I'm sorry. You want to wear a fucking dress, and you need to chop off your penis and your balls. And if you ain't got the gumption to do that, then stop, because you're not fooling anybody. Okay. Now, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I'm so not understanding of that. Now, I mean, listen, I got nothing against wearing a dress. They're actually probably pretty comfortable. Those fucking nylons are comfortable as fuck. I know that for a fact. That shit's silky, dude. I put that on my dick all the time. Dude, I've been running around those fucking things myself. I ain't afraid to admit that. I could deal with that. I could even deal with the fact, you want actual boobs. I don't mean like man tits. I mean like actual boobs that look like a woman. I could be like, hey, I could get behind that. I could get actual boobs and wear nylons. What the fuck? I'd be a cross-dresser too. Don't mean I want to lose my dick over it. Don't mean I want to go fuck some guy in the ass over it. But, hey, to each his own, I guess. I mean, seriously, you're gonna spend all that money, dude. You gotta take the fucking hormones for the whatever the fuck it is for the voice or something, or have some sort of surgery or something. Get rid of the Adam's apple or something. I don't know what the fuck you can do, but it's like, it's like $1 million Ferrari with like a souped up shit engine, from like Napa Auto Parts. It's like, no, man, you tried and you failed, bro. It's like. He opens his mouth, it's like a dead giveaway. Yeah, I mean, seriously. That's not what we look like on the outside. It's what we look like on the inside. And yeah, no bullshit, dude. Bullshit. Absolutely, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it at all. And again, I'm whatever you want to call me. It's just one thing I can't get behind. Listen, I can deal with the gays. I can deal with the, everything. I just can't get behind the sex change stuff, the transvestite stuff. It just, that's where I draw my line. Okay, I'm sorry. I draw my line at transvestites. Nothing. God bless them. God still loves them. Whatever. God will use them where they are. I just can't deal with it because it freaks me out, man. Now you get like a transvestite with like an owl on his shoulder. Holy fucking shit, dude! It's like a thing of nightmares for me, dude. Holy fuck! Honest to God. Seriously, you put an owl and a transvestite together. That is like, I could deal with like Freddy Krueger, Jason, and Michael Myers like in my house. I could deal with them all. I'd sit down and have dinner with those three guys than I would a fucking transvestite with an owl. I swear to Christ. Dude, those owls are freaky. That and a praying mantis. You got a fucking owl, a praying mantis, and a fucking transvestite in a room. No way. I'm out of there. I'm gone. Ain't coming back. Okay. Where they at, I ain't at. Okay. I mean, it's just creepy, dude. You have to admit, there's a creep factor to that whole thing. Throwing like a scorpion, a tarantula, and some snakes. Holy fucking shit. Holy fucking shit. Throw some bats and some rats and oh my god. I mean, I don't even know. I'm just trying to picture that. I mean, seriously, just the transvestite and the owl and the praying mantis, just those three alone. Not cool, man. Not fucking cool at all. Again, I don't want to be short-sighted and, whatever the correct term is to call it. I don't want to be it, but I am it, and I can't help it. And it's not a matter of just, you're just a racist, or you're just a bully, or just a bigot. No, dude, there's more to it than just this, It's not an inward thing where it's like I'm despising them because of who they are. I'm despising them because they are. I mean, I know that sounds horrible, but again, you put an owl, a transvestite, and a praying mantis in a room, in a small room at that. That's not a room I want to be in. That is just not a room I want to be in. I could maybe deal with the transvestite dude as long as he ain't trying to touch me and shit and like rub up against me and stuff. Fine. I could probably deal with it, but the praying mantis has got to go, and the fucking owl's got to go. Cause oh my god, they just like those eyes, and they peer into your fucking soul like they want to rape your face. I can't deal with that stuff, dude. And you got that just the owl alone would put me off. And then the transvestite talking like, hey,
I'm Kyle Jenner. Or Caitlyn Jenner, whatever the fuck my name is. I'm Caitlyn Jenner, guys. It's not about what we look like on the inside, or what we look like on the outside. It's what we look like on the inside. And blah, 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 blah. Give me a fucking break, dude.
Holy Christ. I don't know why I'm going off onto that, and I don't give a fuck, but that would be creepy. That would be, dude, fuck haunted hotels and mansions and shit. Fuck the movie 1408. Fuck satanic, occultic, Ouija board bullshit. Fuck all of that. Seances and demon exorcism. You put those three things in a room, it don't compare to any of that stuff. I would sit with a smile on my face watching a demonic, orgasmic seance with a Ouija board shoved up my fucking ass every day of the week, other than having to sit there and deal with those three entities in a room together, alone. Alone, dude, alone. Now, individually, maybe the owl's got to go in the praying mantis, but again, individually, I could probably deal with the person in the room, you know, as long as they ain't trying to get freaky. I don't know, man. I don't get that stuff. It doesn't compute with me in any way, shape, matter, or form. But I'm not gonna tell people what they can and can't do. Just, oh God, oh, dude, it's off-putting. It's just, you can't deny that. You can say, oh, I love the transvestites and the LGBT community, and they're in the TPs and everything, and they really love them all. Fine, that's great, and I'm all for that, but the simple fact is, you put a fucking tranny with a fucking owl and a praying mantis, holy God damn, holy fuck. I would take, like, the Walking Dead zombie apocalypse over that shit. Oh, dude. It's creeping me the fuck out. The owl specifically, the eyes, and then the praying mantis, and then just it in the room. It's just, holy crap. Again, I don't mean to be a dick. I really don't mean to be a dick when I say this, and nothing against trannies per se, but it's just like, shit's weird. Okay, shit's weird. You know, like, I can't relate to being black, so no, I'm not looking at black people like, oh my God, they're so weird. Oh. I don't know. I don't even know where to go with that anymore. I don't even know what to say about that anymore, because it's like I don't want to offend nobody, but it's like, God damn, that's just creepy, dude. It is. It's creepy. You can't deny that. It is creepy. It's a little fucked up. You have to admit, it's a little fucked up. You can't sit there and say, well, no. At the end of the day, and this goes above and beyond just being a cross-dresser. I mean, just the fact you want to, like, change all that. Now, don't get me wrong, I understand there's certain people that are burned certain ways, and, oh, I feel this way on the inside, but look like this on the outside, and I want to change that. Fine, I could deal with that. Shit like that does happen, I can get that. But I'm talking just I don't know, it's just something weird about it. There is, there's something weird about it. It's hard to get past that. It is, and I'm just talking this out. Listen. I understand. Like, if we're having a dialogue and a discussion about the situation, I'm just saying it's a little weird to get past. It is. It's hard for people like me specifically, to get past that. Oh, you're just ignorant. It's not. Believe me, it has nothing to do with being ignorant. Because I'm ignorant. Make no mistake. I'm completely ignorant. But I mean, listen to this fucking clip. This is 59 minutes of ignorance, dude. The whole thing has been ignorance. I've got an entire archive of ignorance. That's what you should call it, the archive of ignorance. That would be great. The archive of fucking ignorance is what it should be called. So I can acknowledge the fact that I'm ignorant, but oh, dude, oh God. I'm just, again, it's the owl that sets it off for me, because it's like, okay, if I was in a room with a tranny, it's weird. I could survive. Praying mantis, little more creepy. But then you got that owl and the fucking eyes and the way they look at you, and they're like, ooh, 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 ooh. They're jittering, and the heads are bobbing, and they're swinging, and blah, 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 blah. Oh my God, it's like some sort of demonic entity. Like, you literally just want to set the fucker on fire and get it ready for hell. Okay. Whatever. Again, I don't mean to be an asshole. I really don't. Anyways, I don't want to talk about that no more, because now, dude, my whole day is gonna be fucked up now, because I'm really creeping the fuck out over that shit, and it's weird. It's like I shouldn't, but it's like now I'm dwelling on. What if I was in a dark room with a transvestite, a praying mantis, and an owl? I don't know how I'd handle that. That's like one of my worst fears come to fuck life, and I can't get it out of my head. I need to go do something else in my day to get it out of my fucking head, because it's creeping me out. And again, not necessarily any one entity, except for maybe the owl. The rest of it is just, you put this shit together, and you're like... Anyways, you know what? Fuck it. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I don't want to talk about this anymore. So, you know what? Fuck you. I'm done with this clip.